Hello and welcome everyone to Nerds Talking. I am your host Connor, and I will be joined by Wade. And in this podcast, we will be talking everything from RPG tabletops all the way to PC gaming and everything in between. We will use some adult language to note, but stay with us and hope you enjoy. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nerds Talking Shit. This is episode 6, I think. I don't even remember, honestly. Wait, this is 6, right? Or is this
Pretty sure
7?
it's
6. We don't even know. So, five seconds ago, he didn't even know we had an intro that I made that sucks, just so everybody knows, but he didn't even know it existed. So, he's like, dude, it's like anime. I just skipped the intro and move on. But anyway, in today's episode, Tygus is going to be joining us, and we are going over how to create gods in like a mythology setting. Ours today is going to be Greek mythology, and then we're also going to be talking about how to like kind of customize rules as written. For those of you that don't know what raw means in our title, that's rules as written. So we're basically going to be taking a bunch of random stuff from source material and basically making a homebrew, um, and just referencing some things to make it make sense. Wade's going to be helping me. I DM our sessions, but Wade and Tychus are going to be helping me. It's not really going to matter in the storyline. Everybody has access to
it's
this
the
knowledge.
base.
Yeah, this
It's
is
like
like
what you use
the
to create your character.
right. This is needed for like foundational purposes in a way to know what you're aligning with. So I guess what we'll start with is that if you didn't listen to our last episode, um, about Wayne and I basically bitching about combat knowledge checks and martial law and ruling and stuff like that, which Wade we didn't even talk about yesterday in our session 0. How did we let that even happen?
I think everybody was too
I
engrossed on making sure they had the right character for the
Oh my
setting.
god. Yeah, I totally forgot that.
It's
That's
such a
a
small rule; it'll only take like 5 minutes to
right.
explain.
I mean, anyway, but now we did our session 0. We now know the setting is going to be Greek mythology setting. They want some
Mostly
gods.
ripped from Mythic Odyssey of Theros.
Yeah, we're taking a bunch of stuff from the source material. What we just said.
Mythic Odyssey of Theros.
Yep.
Odysseys of Theros.
So we're pulling some stuff from there. They've got some really good stuff in there. If you are running anything like this, I highly suggest going and checking it out. But today, what we're gonna do is basically do this along with you guys. You guys can figure out how we kind of do it. I don't know. We were talking about, it, and I'm like, why don't we just turn on the podcast and do this? Like, this is exactly what some people are gonna want to hear. Like, we talk about this stuff, and we homebrew so much of our own stuff. Like, this campaign is pretty much full homebrew. We're just taking little aspects of things and saying, you know what, that's what we want. So, um, but going on, we're gonna be starting with these 12 Olympians. So we have 12 Olympians. We have Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Hestia, Hera, Ares, Athena, Apollo, Aphrodite, Hermes, Artemis, and Hephaestus. Now, we're going to allow everybody to pick one, essentially. So, are there overlapping? Wait, I know we don't have
No,
any,
we said
but
that. No, we said that. We said that we weren't going to do that. Have
okay.
overlapping blessing boons for
I
similar
mean,
gods.
I mean, okay. So then so what we're doing is we're assigning them all, essentially. Um, and where we're going to start is we're going to give each god a subclass, essentially, where if you are a follower and you follow this god, you'll get like a worshiper score. So as you do things that are positive for following your god, like let's say Zeus, whatever we come up with for following Zeus, if you do that, you'll get a score. That'll
Basically,
be
anything that benefits Zeus or you acting like Zeus will get you piety score, or I think we're calling it worshippers.
yeah, we're just gonna call it worshippers, so that it's simplistic. I don't know. Paid is easy, but anyway, I don't know. Got to make it my own. So we're gonna just incorporate that, and then as you hit these certain milestones, you get these things. So the first one we're gonna talk about today is what they refer to in this book as Atheros or Aetherius. And basically, they're saying that a champion of this following is usually lawful or often evil. Um, it's suggested that you give it to a cleric, a monk, a rogue, or a wizard, and the suggested cleric domains for that are like death, grave, which is something that they described in Xanthar's guide. They give you a background, like these are what your background would be like, and then it goes on to state literally what these things are. So if you have like 3 worshiper score, you can,
You get a bunch of cool abilities. We don't
yeah,
want to expound too much on that, but they get gentle repose. They at 10 they get speak with the dead.
they just get cool,
25
right?
false life, and 50 they actually get to increase their max score. So you could
Right.
have like 22 inner wisdom instead of 20. Is their
So
max
so
strength.
we're gonna take our 12 gods, Olympians, essentially, and assign them. I don't even know how many there are in this book, but we're
So
just gonna line them up.
Athreos, and we're gonna go through them by them in the book because we
Right.
don't want to be like Zeus and then like flip through them
Flip through
all.
the whole thing, right? We're just gonna go
Yeah.
by them and then try and assign these
So Aetherios,
to a god.
like just by the cleric domains, death and grave could be
Right.
associated with Hades.
Right. It says
Like,
worshiping, funeral traditions, stuff like this. So and if we come up with something that's better than that, we'll change it. You know, if we come up with
we'll
something,
change Hades, but like
right,
this is the god of death.
right. So Aetherius assigned. Tychus, do you agree with that? I'm gonna
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
yeah.
incorporate you into this. By the way, Tychus has a level 50 character. His first max level character in WoW, everybody.
Second.
So,
But yeah, second.
He had a
oh
one play
wait,
less
we
one play
had
on the alliance
Yeah,
side.
we-
First
we
we
Horde
had-
50.
did. I forgot. First 50 horde.
Yeah.
But did you do? You didn't raid a bunch on him or do a bunch of dungeons like you're doing on your paladin, right? You did like 1 or 2.
No, we did some dungeons. We
Did
did
you?
like yeah, we ran a couple dungeons.
Well, at least
Because
you're a
like a
horde now.
couple of the
Because
couple of the quests on
because
Alliance
even
need
though the
you to do
alliance,
dungeons.
all the alliance zones end with a dungeon quest.
Oh, that's right. That's
Anyway.
right. So you did a couple.
We're
Yeah.
getting
Anyway.
sidetracked.
And
Anyway.
it's like
Anyway.
and it's like directly given to like the end of the chapter. It's like do
All right. So the
dungeon.
next one they named is Aphera. So Aphera you worship by what looks like showing their faith. What else we got?
This one
They often bring
one's Athena.
meals to eat. What makes you think this one's Athena?
Alignments usually lawful and often neutral. Cleric
Okay.
domains knowledge and light.
Paladin wizard can be this. Most champions of Ephra believe cities
And these are
represent the
suggested
pinnacle.
classics. You could be a
Right, we
you
could
be a
do
barbarian
right, right.
champion of Athena and reflavor rage is like a combat trance or whatever.
So what are these things that you get over here? You gain all expended
They get comprehend
effects.
languages.
You got a free reroll on charisma. What? Is that what I'm
Advantage
saying?
on charisma checks within a city.
All right, so what we think Ephra, just based off of some of these. Wait, how do you gain the worshiping though?
By doing by
People often
this one it'd most likely be teaching someone, helping someone out,
a
helping
falsehood.
being very lawful.
Yeah, being very lawful. So I was getting ready to say no falsehood
doing
goes
lawful
unpunished.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so all right,
No,
so
you don't have to be a dick about it. About the lawful part, but like catching a thief.
well, no, but if
like,
you catch a thief, yeah, or if you see something happening and you do something. All right, so
usually I'd say to balance that, like other champions are usually immune to your rages because they're not human. You know.
Yeah. I
So
mean, I can see that.
she wouldn't criticize a party member too much for clashing with her ideals because she viewed like the
I mean, I
gods
think she
view
would.
you as above
I mean,
the humans.
true, but they would still have
So
an opinion.
a pharaoh wouldn't make the champions fight. A
Wait,
pharaoh
this
would
is
just go to the
Tychus.
god.
Tychus, if you think that you are being worshipped by a god and someone else in your party is being worshipped by another god, and those two things somewhat conflict, do you think that that should be a little bit of like not necessarily conflicting between the players, but there should be like
The
some
gods
confliction
themselves should
somewhere?
have the conflict.
Right,
Like
but
it
that
could
should
I see
conflict
what
within
you're
the
saying.
beliefs, right? Like
no,
that
like
player should be
it'd
that
be like
belief. That's
Zeus
what
and
you believe
Hera
in.
fighting, but the champions being half brothers and not wanting to kill each other.
Right, but let's say we're all playing in a campaign, and Tychus, you believe that people shouldn't be raped and killed, okay? And Wade believes that people should
Oh,
be raped and
that's
killed.
an extreme
And
option.
okay, but
I
I'm
was
just
thinking
saying,
more.
hey,
I was thinking more like
hey.
Ephra wouldn't have a problem with the worshipper and
Well, no, but
champion of
if
Hermes
yeah,
in
but
our
if we
group.
got a problem with that, we got a problem with it all. You might as well encompass it all, not just a little bit of
I
it.
think someone being a petty thief and someone being an actual rapist or murderer is completely different.
Not in my world. So, Tychus, do you think that somebody would have conflicting things in a party? Wouldn't that like maybe sometimes cause grounds for conflict in some things? Like if you're in
Yeah,
a
but
town.
you want resolvable conflict. You don't want
Right,
like
and it
no
is
matter what
like you're
conflict.
walking. Okay, well then the resolvable conflict. I'll give you one right now. You're walking in a city, which is this is a Greek mythology setting. You're walking in a city, and as you're going down the city, you've seen a dark alley off on the side. You know, more of an abandoned side, and you see a girl being beaten and stolen from, and her mother's next to her, and two older men are looking to be taken advantage of her. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
One
stopping that's
person,
lawful.
yeah, and
That
one
has nothing
person,
to do. That
yeah,
has
and one
nothing to do with
person
what I'm
may
talking about.
may not believe in that, and one person may believe that should happen.
Yeah,
What?
Hermes probably wouldn't believe in that, but Hermes, I don't think Jake's character would let that happen.
So then, should
From
he
how
be
he explained it.
right? So then, but I'm
But
just
that's
using
his
that as an
thing. He doesn't have
example.
to. He
But
doesn't
I'm
have to be
right, but I'm using an
super
example.
aligned with his
But
god.
say somebody is aligned and somebody isn't. Do you think that that would cause okay? Well, if you don't act upon that, you just lost one worshiper because that should have been acted upon.
No,
And since you did act upon it,
when it comes to other champions things, no, it shouldn't have a negative thing for anybody. Like
so you think if it's inner party,
if one of the inner
you
party
get
does
plot
something
armor.
against a god's belief,
So you want plot armor
it's
within the
debated
party.
and controlled between us, us doing things as a
That's what
group.
it is. It's religion plot
Not
armor.
yeah, but when we do it to other people, we get direct negatives.
I don't
The
think you'll
reason it's
have
plot
what.
armor is because it's in between champions of the gods themselves.
Yeah, but in a real
It's like
game
locker room
scenario, you'll never ever not do it to like it's not there's no stake at risk with your religion like if you're just not doing it to another PC. There's no risk
This
involved.
whole thing is like our whole continent has the same religion. We are
True.
literally gods of the same pantheon. Like a believer of Zeus doesn't just not believe that Athena exists.
But they're
'Cause
going to
Athena's
not like
the direct
Athena or
daughter.
they're going to not like certain aspects of every other god and they're going to cherish of one god each
Yeah, they're gonna prioritize worshiping of Zeus,
and
but they're
not
not
of
gonna
the
scoff
others.
at.
Yeah, they
They're not
will.
gonna
They
scoff
are. They
at
are. They are. They are going to
others.
scoff at others. Yes, they are. That is the
I
whole
mean-
purpose of this to a sense. It's not
I
like they're
mean-
just going to spit on them, but they're going to see them as beneath them somewhat.
I don't think you're wrong, Connor. But,
Yeah, like how does that bring in like that would bring in party conflict. Like that is the whole point. Like wait, if you want to be a mechanical person from Hephaestus,
I'm not being a
you do
mechanical
that.
person anymore.
But you wanted to. So and then I brought in the fact that you had to do all these things and that turned you away, but that is what would encompass being part of Hephaestus. Like if you are saying you're created by this, you followed this devout thing throughout your life, like same things with like Zeus. You know, if you were created or you have fallen or followed Zeus your entire life and you believe that Zeus is the true, you will not take the word of the other gods as much. So don't you think that
Yeah,
somebody
but
that
you
believes in
you
something
don't
different,
inherently don't. No, it's not. They don't believe in something different.
they
They
do?
believe in the same thing you do, except
Not
they
as strongly
respect
though.
Yeah, but you're not gonna fucking go to war over that. You'll go to
You
war
don't
over
know
somebody
that.
who says Zeus doesn't exist, but not somebody who's like, yes, I worship Athena, the daughter of Zeus.
Right, but if they're saying that Athena's beliefs are better than Zeus's, right there's the conflict.
Well, Athena's beliefs wouldn't be that much different than Zeus's.
No, but if she's just saying that, the daughter or whatever does it better, or that, Zeus is just out of his element. I mean, I could come up with a million things. That's literally just the exact same thing. And you're telling me that if your character doesn't act upon that at all, that I can't just be like, okay, well,
Yeah,
you're not following.
to a random person doing
Why?
it, but the champion's not.
Why?
Because the champions aren't humans.
That's the core
They're
of the
not your
game, though.
random
That's
mortal
role
man.
playing. That is like the core root of role playing, Wade. Why do you want to only role play with me? Why can't you do it with one of your fellow companions if they have a different belief? Like, isn't that the whole purpose
Yeah,
of
and if they
playing?
lose something or I lose something for that exchange, and you get punished by losing something for that exchange, it'll be discouraged.
How's that discouraged? Yeah, you're telling me that you will not get in conflict with other godly deities because that should be discouraged. Yeah, it shouldn't happen unless you're like what you're saying. Like I'm
Then
telling
it's
you,
never gonna happen.
it
People are
will.
gonna
What if I
avoid
just
doing
told
it.
you? How are they going to avoid doing it? I'm going to throw obstacles at you where you're going to have to choose. Do you save the boy and the girl, or the girl and the mother, or do you walk on by? What would your character do, Wade?
Well, I'm Artemis, so I'm pretty sure I'd be lawful, but I don't know
Yeah.
if I'd be good. So like I could go. It could go either way.
Right. So what do you do though? You're with the party right now. What does your character do?
Well, if I'm lawful evil, I walk on.
No, I'm saying how are you playing her or him? How would you do it? I'm telling you right now, it's not whether I am. I'm asking you. Make a decision right now. How would you play it?
What is gonna kill them? Why are they dying?
They're not necessarily dying. They're being raped. They're being everything taken from them. They're being beaten and having everything taken from them. That's all you know. There's
And
a
yeah, I'd
young
probably
girl and a
stop it
mother.
if I'm neutral. Yeah.
Okay, well, what if there was someone who thought that was stupid and you shouldn't intervene and you should let the will of the gods just play out? Or if somebody thought that, no, those people, you don't know what happened and they intervene with you.
I should intervene, and most of our party would share.
No,
the same.
don't say most of our party. I'm
Yes,
most
it
of the
would, because I
party.
know what gods they've taken.
I'm most of the other party, and I say, hey, no, we're not going to intervene. You shouldn't do that. I think that if you intervene, that could give away our party as being, powerful in this city. You need to stay with us and let that happen. And we keep on moving through the city. You don't think that if that or something like that happens, if you're trying to, not be
If I was
found?
lawful neutral, no, it would not affect me.
Okay, so then you would just go and do it.
If I was worshiping Athena, I would just walk on by.
Okay, and if you don't think that she would just frown upon that?
Athena would not. She is neutral.
But I would make sure. I'm just saying, in a hypothetical, I would frown upon that, and I would be like, there you go, -1 worshiper. You didn't act upon that. And then I'd look at the other dude who aligned with his side and said, well, good job, you let chaos insist. Here you go, +1 worshiper.
We don't have a single.
It's a fucking, it's a like random
that
encounter.
Wouldn't happen.
It's a hypothetical.
How would it not? How would that?
Set of gods.
How would it not?
Because we don't have like any evil gods.
I could have Ares and Hades literally coming at you, trying to start war like they did in Blood of Zeus, and betraying other gods and working with other people. Yeah, I can. You don't even know.
Hades wasn't mentioned in Blood of Zeus until the last episode.
I said Ares, but I'm just saying, what does that have to do with my?
For his mom.
Wait, that's what you're changing the diversion of what I'm asking you. Why can't that happen? It can, you just don't want it to. That's all you're telling me is you don't want it to.
I just don't think we have.
So you're telling me that if you don't you don't have a hard enough time RPing. So punishing you for something when you should be RPing And it's not even punishing. It's like your character.
It's punished even if I RP it well. And
it's not. How's it not? If you're a guy who believes in being lawful good and you do something that you believe in, you go save those people. I would if I was playing my barbarian and I believed in that. I'd say fuck you party. I'm gonna go save these people and rush on in. And I'd probably get +1 worshiper even if my party took a hit. That's how my character would play. I wouldn't second guess it. I wouldn't be like, oh, guys, what do you guys? I would just say and stand up in front of the whole party and say, I rush down into this, having Athena bless me as I rush into battle to hopefully save these people. That's how I would play it. That's the difference. And that should be rewarded with being a worshiper, or that should be not by you choosing to turn a blind eye. And I'm not saying we're just using Athena. I'm just saying in a hypothetical here. I think that should be ruled upon. Why is that not fair?
So the party loses a worshiper?
No, not the party.
And the instigator gains a worshiper.
Not necessarily.
In this scenario.
In that scenario, yes. If there was an opposite in the party like I used earlier, yeah, then that person for not stopping Athena should have tried to play it or maybe go in and kill the girl and the mother and just ending the whole conflict there and then. Like, yeah, there's ways to play it out, Wade. You shouldn't just be like there's a wrong and a right. No. Then
is a wrong and a right.
How? You're right, it is a wrong and a right. But they're both right and wrong. Like, you both can act upon it correctly. Doesn't mean the outcome needs to be a certain way. It's wait, you're telling me that people that believe in faith pray and then bad still happens and they still don't have faith? They do. That's religion. Doesn't mean the outcome needs to be good. Like, you need to just be acting upon the correct things.
Okay, let's move on.
What? No, now you're done because I give you a point. Like what?
Yeah, because regardless of what you say, I disagree.
I don't know how though. Tychus, how do you feel?
The party should not be punished due to one.
It's not a party. It's one person. Well, then why have alignments with gods if you were not going to go by what they believe in?
Because you should have conflict.
If we're going to take it rules as written, if we're going to take it rules as written,
conflict.
If we're going to take it words as
like
written,
a rogue stealing all your
you
gold
literally have ways to worship all of these subclasses. It literally says to gain piety, you do this. You're supposed to show faith by doing this. You're supposed to do this. So if we're going to take it rules as written, when you don't do those things, it literally says you're supposed to remove it. These are ways of not following your champion or your deity.
Yeah, and it gives you 3 things that if you do, you lose piety.
Right. So how are those things?
So
betraying
the law, because
yes. So betraying one's trust to commit acts of corruption or tyranny, which is what I'm talking about, and you're telling me that's Athena, which is what I just said. This is under Ephra's champions, which is what we're talking about. It literally says that. That's one's trust to commit acts of trust or corruption or tyranny. That is what we're talking about. So if you betray that and you do not uphold it, then you, in fact, are not following Athena in our game. If you destroy a civic institution or sowing chaos within a city, which is what I just said, you are betraying
you're not
Athena.
Sowing chaos.
You are allowing it to happen. If you willfully are breaking just laws for personal gain, which you are doing.
But what if it's not for personal gain and it's because
doesn't matter? You're betraying.
To solve.
Doesn't matter. You're betraying. It goes back to the first one. It doesn't matter. You're betraying one trust to. Well, then maybe you should pray to Athene for forgiveness and role play the world that we're playing in, because you know that you just committed a sin.
That doesn't give you piety.
Yeah, but maybe it'll give forgiveness from the DM. Like, you can't just sit here and be like, oh, well, that's the game. Here we go. No, that's why it's a role-playing game. That's what we're missing in our party. You're exactly right. That's why I want this. If I want this as yours and just say, and everybody can just do whatever. You know what? You want to go kill that boy and you're a good person? Go kill that boy. It's not going to hurt anybody.
The good person shouldn't kill the boy.
Why not? In your party,
in your party, kill the boy.
Yeah, but in your party, it doesn't matter.
Shouldn't fucking kill the bad player.
You don't have to kill the bad player. He should be trying stopped, and if he doesn't get stopped and he still goes on to kill him, okay, well, at least you tried. But if I literally sit here and I'm a good person and I'm watching somebody just get slaughtered by somebody in my party that shouldn't be dying, that should be conflict. That should arise for inter-party conflict. Not to the point where there's player deaths, but maybe if you role play it that hard, yeah, I would. You want to play in a game with me? I'd be like, okay, Wade, you just fucking killed that young boy, or we didn't let him live. What the fuck is wrong with you? And you'd look at me and be like, what, dude? I want my +2 bonus so I can't lose my fucking deity stat. So shut the fuck up. And I'd be like, well, that's fucked up because my character doesn't believe in that. That's your reasoning to me? Because that's a pretty awful way to play a D&D role-playing game, I think. But that's just me. I mean, we'll move on to the next one, but I don't know. Tygus, what do you think? Do you think that that's how it should be played? Whose side are you taking?
I choose to remain neutral.
It's not allowed. That's what Wade's just like, all gods are neutral. Anything can happen.
No, some gods are neutral.
But by going by what I just said, by rules as written.
Hestia would be neutral.
Yeah, but what we just.
12
Yeah, but what we just made Athene, your god, you wouldn't be able to let that go, or you'd lose a worshiper. Bye. That's how that'd work. But if you upheld it, you would get a worshiper. So I don't know how that's like a bad thing to have. Anyway, moving on. So Erebos. This one looks like, let's see. Erebos is concerned not with death, but with gold.
I don't know if we have a god of, don't have an evil god of greed. In the Big 12 Olympians at all.
No, not really. Let's skip
so
this one.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one, Helioid. Let's see, what do we got here?
This one would be
Brilliance of Heliod's sun is impossible to ignore. Everyone pays at least grudging respect to the sun god. So this is Apollo.
This is Apollo. We just add Bard to its suggested class.
All right, so this would be Helioid. All right.
He gets a cast of Bless, a cast of Daylight.
So what are the negative things? Carrying out punishment on a fugitive from justice. So not letting justice be served. I'm almost more intrigued with what are the negative things. Defending a polis from attacking monsters. Building or restoring a temple to Heliod. And then you lose by breaking.
Carrying out justice.
Yeah, those are the positives.
Vengeance. Yeah, and breaking a promise or an oath, violating any just law, which means you can break laws.
You can, but it needs to be.
It says right there, it has to be an unjust. You have to be able to convince yourself that it's an unjust law.
Right. Like if it's like the world's at stake, I'm gonna fucking do. Yeah, sure. But if
putting
it's just
others at risk through your own cowardice.
Right.
Yeah, this is just a way manlier Apollo.
Right.
Like you could have a paladin of Apollo.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we got that one taken care of. So now we're on to Aroas. Iroas?
This is a god of victory.
All right, so interested in pretty words, but in great deeds. So rather not how you speak, but your actions. This
one would be a less dickish Ares.
Let's see. What are the positives? Achieving a great victory, overcoming long odds honorably, defeating a skill foe in single combat, winning a great feat of strength or skill. And then the negatives would be showing cowardice in battle, besting an honorable foe through deceit, harming innocents or non-combatants.
This would be like we 180 Ares' ideals, and instead of evil, he was like good, and that's like completely okay. Because this fit besides the good part, this fits Ares' entire shtick. It really fits Nike, but like she's not in the Big 12.
Right. See, before we even knew these existed, we probably should have chose the gods better, but this is where we're at, so.
Yeah, I'd say this is just Ares, and we just...
What are the negatives? Showing cowardice in battle. Yeah. Okay. I mean, what
The
about?
next one would be Demeter. We could also make it Hestia, I guess.
Wait, the next one is whoops. What? Karametra,
Yeah.
and this is the Earth's fertility is essential for mortal life to continue. So what are the
You could also
positives?
you could also do Hera. This would be
That's
Hera.
what I was getting ready to say. Turning a wild field into fertile cropland, feeding those who are starving, defending a farm from monsters, building or restoring a temple. Yeah, this is totally Hera.
Yeah.
What are the negatives here? Destroying a settlement's food source, releasing and scattering domestic animals. Excuse me. Diverting a water source needed for irrigation, starting a fire that threatens a settlement. So, all right.
This would be what Bryant would be. This would be his monk.
What is the name of this one? Karametra. Alrighty, so now we're on to Keranos.
Keranos. This is Zeus.
What? Keranos' name is often invoked by those amid a storm who seek safety by someone who's faced with a particularly difficult problem.
It could also be Poseidon.
So what do we got? So solving a challenging riddle or puzzle, smiting the unwise and foolish in Keranos' name, helping a polis successfully plan.
Yeah, that's a polis. That's a port town, isn't it? Is that what a polis is?
I don't know, I think.
Ooh.
Building or restoring a temple to Keranos. I think Polis might just be like a city.
Yeah, polis is just a city. So
Yeah. And then jeopardizing others through rash or foolish actions. Yeah, I mean, this could definitely be Zeus.
Zeus or Poseidon.
I think we need something better for Poseidon.
Zeus.
No, Poseidon is the god of storms.
Right, but this, I don't know, is this really. This is all about wisdom and insight. Oh, is the god of storms and wisdoms. Oh, that's what it literally said, god of storms.
Yeah, his suggested character majors are
The
knowledge and
bolt of
tempest.
inspiration or blast of lightning. Yeah, this is Zeus. We'll go with
His
Zeus.
first ability is
The
lightning
picture
damage.
even
It's gotta
looks
be
like
Zeus.
Zeus. All right, so what is this? Clothis? God of destiny. Trace her origins to mortal devotion, and she has languished in obscurity for almost the whole of human history. She looks pretty cool.
This would be Aphrodite.
Yeah. What do we got? Increase through defeating a creature that has stepped out of its place, repairing a significant wound dealt to destiny by the god's ambitions, teaching people about Clothis, her nature, and her return. Undoing a deserved punishment or curse suffered by another creature, willfully destroying a nature wonder, assisting a creature in undermining the natural order, or exploiting destiny.
And she gets command.
Oh yeah, charmed.
Clairvoyant.
Yeah, and yeah, charmed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
We'd
this will
flavor
be.
instead of wisdom, it gives charisma. That's how we'd play it. Because she's Aphrodite, so she'd be. It'd be wisdom or charisma.
All right, so the next one is
Those
Krufix,
are 50 trait.
god of horizons. This one says many pray to Krufix when they need to find something lost, but few dedicate themselves to his worship.
Something lost that could be. That could be Hades again.
His followers
God of the
claim
underworld.
His followers claim that he knows not only everything that is known at present, but everything that has ever been known by anyone.
This is why, like, we don't have Kronos, so we can't do Kronos. The god
Perfect
Kronos, not the
understanding
Titan.
is like the horizon, easy to move toward, but impossible to reach.
This is like Thoth from Egyptian mythology.
Yeah, Krufix is only being who has the ability to seal the borders between the mortal realm and
This could be
Nyx.
Hermes. I just realized that.
Many,
Trickery.
Let's see, what else do they say? Some
He's also the
followers
god
and
of
champions of
life.
Groupfix travel the world in secret, searching for hidden truths. Many use secret signals to enable them to find safe lodging with other worship. Oh, yeah.
Yep, it's Hermes, god of
Yeah, we'll
spies,
do
thieves,
this.
and
Yeah,
messengers. Yep.
yeah. All right, see, we just got to break it down. So Hermes will do, that is Crufix. Alrighty, so
They get
then,
detect magic.
yeah, wait,
Detect thoughts.
what are these things? Keeping a dangerous secret despite personal cost. Oh, yeah, dude, this is revealing a critical truth at an important moment, meditating a major dispute or conflict, aiding the weak or impeding the strong. And then the negatives are revealing a secret that should remain unknown, selfishly
God of spies.
refusing to share information, showing favoritism toward any other god or group,
Yeah, because
furthering, yeah,
you're the middleman god. It's like
yeah,
your
this
whole
is,
shtick is
yeah,
being
that's good.
giga neutral.
Oh, this one, Mogus, god of slaughter.
This could
So,
be Ares.
Mogus exhorts his followers to channel their hatred and rage into ever greater acts of cruelty and violence.
Okay, this is Ares.
He demands action over words, making his followers an active and dangerous lot. Let's see, what do we got?
They get Wrathful Smite,
Um,
Blinding Smite,
what's
advantage on
this?
saving throws.
Oh, this
and
has to
strength
do
plus.
with the Minotaurs, an age past warrior, tremendous strength, warbringers. What else we got? All right, so these are the how you earn worshippers is how we'll call this. So you get defeating a champion of Iroas. You get it, which is Ares. Taking vengeance against a powerful foe.
Well, we haven't assigned Iros to Ares yet.
Right, but
We're
I'm just
waiting for a better Ares.
well, I'm
and
just
this
saying.
is the better Ares.
You think so?
Yeah, we would reflavor Iros into actually Athena, because she's also a goddess of war. So instead of chaotic, we just make her lawful.
What about Zeus?
We haven't found one for the lightning knowledge god.
No, I'm saying Carinus, but what about what you want this? You think,
This is Ares.
failing to carry out a sworn vendetta, publicly displaying weakness or compassion, yeah, rejecting a duel or challenge. Yeah, okay.
This is Ares.
So
100%.
then,
One of his ideals is called fury, ruthlessness, and pride, and hate.
so
Like
we're
that
going
is
with Mogus.
This is
Okay,
Ares.
so then what do we need? What about Iroa?
Iroa would be Athena, and we would make it from usually chaotic to good to neutral to good.
So then we're getting rid of Aphara from Athena.
Yeah, because that doesn't have any of the goddess of war goddess of war aspects. Because one of the big things about the Big 12 of the Olympians is Athena and Ares always fight.
So Aroa, god of victory, is going to be Athena.
Yes.
And Athena, who was Ephra, we are changing from Ephra. I don't know, man. This seems right up her route, though.
Yeah, but those two have like instigated conflict by earning and losing piety. Like the champion of Ares is going to have to fight the champion of Athena and win whenever they have a chance. Which sounds toxic as fuck, actually, and we should just like take that out.
I mean,
Nah, because I'm gonna make somebody that's gonna be the champion of Ares. Because I was gonna make a barbarian.
no, dude. Even in Ephra's, your ideals, it says my devotion to my God is more important to me than what she stands for.
Yeah, that's not who I'm talking about. Like Aries, it has no issue. Well, that one has no issue. Aries has a direct negative for not beating the fuck out of that person.
Right, because it says he has to fight.
The champion of
Right. And we're going to make that Athene.
Athena. But like, I think we should just.
Why can't we make that like Zeus? Because nobody is Zeus. Why
Oh
don't we
wait, never mind. I don't. That means I just need to one up them. I don't need to fight them. I could fight them too, but I don't need to necessarily like
Right. It's not
engage in.
like,
I
oh,
don't
we're.
lose for not fighting them.
Yeah, because I think.
I read that way wrong. Yeah, this is actually perfect, and
Yeah.
and we should add to Athena the other way. Athena defeating me would get her stuff, and it defeating it'd be like killing more orcs, or for example, or something. You know, who saved more people, who killed more enemies.
Right. Exactly. It's almost the
Who took
same,
more
but they're
damage. Yeah.
different. Right. And you guys have a little bit different. Yeah.
We'll have a direct contest between us all the time. I don't think we have anybody who uses Athena, so that's actually a non-point. Future characters, I guess.
Right. All right. So we left off
Because I think if
on.
we start doing gods, using these would actually, in a lot of settings, would be pretty cool.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, and we can just kind of rename some of these.
Yeah. So god of the hunt, this would be Artemis.
Nylea. Or Nylea. Yeah, that's better.
Nylea, we just renamed
Mortals
her
all
Artemis.
over Theros pray to Nylea when they rely on hunting or nature's whims for their livelihood. Yep. What do we got? Healing a sick or injured wild animal. Oh yeah, I don't even need to read any
Yeah,
further.
it's Athena. Not Athena. It's
Stopping
Artemis.
those who hunt. Yes.
Killing an animal for any reason other than necessity loses you piety.
Right.
So if you need to eat, you can kill something.
Okay, so what we have, we have 3 left. We've done 9. We need Hephaestus, Hestia, Poseidon. Those are the 3 we have not done anything with yet.
Next, we don't have one.
Farika, god of
God of
affliction.
deception. This would be Hermes again, but we already have a Hermes.
Yeah, but is this a good one? Is this a better one? Helping a fugitive escape justice, pulling off a daring robbery, obstructing champions of other gods.
Or maybe they could have 2 champions of Hermes. You have the more spy Hermes, and this would be the thievy Hermes champion.
That sounds
Like the god gives different gifts depending on who he's giving them to. That's way down the road.
I mean, I think
the other
this
one fits. The other one fits more, but this one also fits really well too.
Yeah, this one's trickery.
Yeah, he's the god of thieves too, and pulling off a daring robbery is earning piety with him.
Yeah,
So.
every lie is a homage to Phoenix. Most devout followers are criminals and gamblers. His influence is keenly felt in gambling halls and dens of thieves. I mean,
and the next god would be
all right, so we'll come back to this. So Perforos.
Yeah, this is Hephaestus.
This is Hephaestus.
Mm-hmm.
Worshipping Perforos holds dominion over everything that springs from mortal ingenuity. What do we got? Earning and losing your worshippers. So we got fighting against those who would rule over others, taking decisive action on impulse, destroying something that has outlived its usefulness. Oh yeah. Creating something wondrous in First Feroc's name. And then the bad things would be following just law, creating something shoddy or flawed. Yep. Okay. I'm down with this.
And you get Shield of the Faithful for free. What's the second one? Heat Metal.
Oh
Third
yeah.
one is
So
pushing.
this would be a Joey. This is what Joey would be getting.
Yeah.
Intelligence is your spell casting ability for this spell.
Next one's Poseidon.
Thassa, god of the sea. Oh yeah. All right, so Thassa's worshippers are Tritons. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
How
this is John.
funny is that? Okay, I'm not even gonna. I'm
He
just
gets
gonna.
another instance of fog cloud. Wow. He gets blink. Advantage
Wow.
on saving throws against being charmed or restrained. Dex and yeah. This is
Preventing offering the treasure to the sea. Wow, this is gonna be pretty cool. All right, so then that is, and that was the last god as
that's
well.
the last one. So now we need to go through the ones that who do we
Hestia.
not have one?
Hestia.
Hestia.
We did not find one for Hestia. And it looks like, what is Fafrika? The disease and dying alike often make written, and I don't think so.
Wait, is it alchemy and aging?
Uh,
Yeah, Farica could be Hestia.
Creating a cure for dangerous affliction, defeating a powerful foe by using poison, discovering or documenting an unknown people or a poorly understood creature, building or restoring a temple, or glorify serpentine creatures. So it's like a snake goddess. Let's see what else they got. I don't think we should necessarily use this. What's the other one that we have? What's one Nylea we're using? We're using this one. We're using that one. What are we using? Iroas. What about Iroas? We're not using Iroas.
Wait, Karametra. Did we ever?
Yeah,
Hera.
Karametra is Hera. Yeah, I mean, it could also be Hestia. Because I don't think anybody's going to be a follower, of Hera.
Yeah, so we could
We just double it
just not
down.
assign Hera one unless we could figure that out.
I'll just double it down for now, because I don't see one in here that is even close into what. I mean, unless we want to come up with the whole thing.
I think just reflavoring Snake Goddess into Hearth Goddess is a lot easier than you think.
I mean,
Just make it things related to fire instead of serpents.
What does she get? Fafrika's blessing shields you from most maladies. You have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned, and you're immune to disease. You get blessed by an effect that can cure. Touch a creature and choose one of the following.
And then heal or poison. And then Dex and Wisdom. Yeah, this is what Bryant would be. Except instead of slaying a Medusa, it'd be like killing a fire elemental. Because when I think of a hearth, I think of like a fire.
Now, should it be, instead of poison, should it just be fire?
Yeah, just be resistant to fire and have advantage in saving throws against fire.
Right, and instead of doing.
But I'd still think you'd get advantage on saving throws because of the alchemy, not because of.
Okay, but also you can
Yeah.
cure and neuralize poison effects.
Yeah, because that's the alchemy. That's not like your body. That's the alchemy gift that the gods give.
All right, so we're gonna make it. What is this? Farika?
Yeah, Farika is
Hestia.
Hestia. Who are we missing?
No, that's it. That is all of
That's
them.
it.
Yeah, that is right on the
Then
dot.
I
All
would
12.
send what's the other god that we chose for Hermes?
Crufix.
Take a picture of both Crufix and Finax and send it to Jake and make him choose because he's the one that's playing the follower.
And I'm gonna write this down. Or Phoenix. I'll just tell him, I'll be like, yo, look up these gods and you can choose. Jake, since yours says
You
like
can
two.
almost send him a screenshot of both pages. And let him read through it. So that's that, and now
Let's talk about, we got a little bit left. Let's talk about
Let's
Buddhist.
talk. Let's talk about what?
Buddhist.
Oh no, I was gonna be like, because I'm remaking my character, we could discuss making the character from bottom up.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, we're talking about.
Okay, so I'm gonna play the tank of the party.
Are you though? Because I think Joey was.
No, Joey's tanky. He's not a tank. Like he's a fighter. He'll have good AC, but he's not a sponge. If you can. Like his effective health isn't that high. I want to play a barbarian that just takes less damage from everything. And I'm thinking about, because I want to be a bear totem barbarian, I was going to be a barbarian associated with Artemis. So, what was the god we chose for Artemis?
Artemis was Nylia.
Let me find it.
It's 68.
Got it. It's Nylia. Yeah, so I'd just be a barbarian and I'd gain Hunter's Mark, speak with animals. I already have all those features though. For like the mid awful.
I mean, you have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned.
I get that from being a dwarf.
Well, then don't be a dwarf. I must take a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw on a failed save. When a beast is about to attack you, on a failed save, the creature must choose a different target or the creature automatically misses you. What?
That's neat.
On a successful save, the creature is immune for 24 hours. And then you can increase your dex or wisdom score by 2.
What was Zeus's god?
Coronis.
Does he get? Ah, damn, I'm a barbarian, so this just wouldn't work. Who was Athena?
Oh my god, Wade's like, let me just go through all of these. So Tychus, if you had to choose a god just from the little bit that you think you know, what do you think you would choose? What would you play in a Greek setting first off?
Probably like a gladiator or something.
Okay. And you'd be all about like war and combat and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Fun dog.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
about
I'm just gonna be an Ares champion dog. And I'm assuming that gift would be on Scarred too. So it'd be an on Scarred Mogus champion.
what did I associate these with?
Mogus is Ares.
Hang on.
So it'd be a zealot barbarian with divine with like snipe fucking spells.
And what we said it was unscarred.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so what are you gonna make your character with?
I'm gonna be a dwarf barbarian that's a champion of the Polis. That's a Polis, a champion of Ares. Jesus, my brain.
Champion of a city. All right, so you're aligning with Aries. I need to write
So
what
I'm gonna
these
be
down.
chaotic neutral. I'm not gonna be too evil. I don't want to be.
All right.
Actually, fuck it. I'll try it. I'll try to be evil.
So
Chaotic
then,
neutral with a goal to be evil.
what are we what are we doing with? We need to assign each one of these things to the god. So what did we? Anvil Rot is Hephaestus.
hmm
So let me type
I
this.
think we did this wrong. Actually,
I mean, we did, but now we're here. So
these should be what the gods give us, and those are just our like innate gifts.
that's how we're doing it.
Yeah. So like, I don't think
We're
those
already
need to be
doing that.
assigned with a god.
They are. They're all aligned. What is? We don't need that one. Hermes. Which one did we say was Hermes?
Nyxborn.
Nyx. All right. And then what did we say? We don't have one for Aphrodite. We don't have one for Apollo, right? What about
Right.
Athena? Didn't we do one for Athena? No. What was
That's why I say like
Aries
those
was
boons need to affect multiple god. Like I
they're
think
going
those
to.
are
That's right. That's why I'm just writing them out so that I know what they are. Like I can't
like
have
Nyxborn. You could have a Nyxborn that's not from Hermes, for example, just because there's just not enough boons.
right, but I gotta
to the-
associate it. I gotta associate it with something. So then Aries was scarred. Hera, did we have anybody with Hera? No. Hestia was lifelong companion. Hades was,
Hero's destiny, heroic destiny. Hilariously, just because he gives you resistance to death.
and then Poseidon was pious. And then Zeus was, we didn't have one for Zeus. Okay. So that's pretty much up to date. We're all good on that. So that's God creation with, I guess, their pulling of the sources. So essentially all we did was take the God names, assign them to things that we thought were like them, pull some of the
We
stats
didn't
from
want the
them.
players to have to look up new gods. So we were
Right, and
like,
then
why don't
create
we
a
just
whole
use the
god and
most
homebrew
popular
everything.
gods?
Right.
So just
Right.
change the names around, and all of a sudden, it's not like somebody's worshiping Mogus. It's Ares. You know, people know who Ares is.
Right. And then we're just associating it with a certain thing so that way we can reference it and understand the stats that go with it. So I don't know what that are we done with that? Is there anything else you want to talk about? We're nearing in on our hour. If you want to go past it, we can. If not,
Okay, I'm gonna talk about the lore of my character for a little bit
okay.
because I'm looking at the Mogus favor, and the one of them is your twin sibling is a champion of Iros, which is what we made Athena.
Yes.
So we don't have anybody that's the champion of Iros, you know,
Not currently.
not currently. But if they do, they have to be. I want them to be my twin brother.
So you want the champion of Iros to be your twin brother.
Yeah, and I'll just be like, damn him, that cunt.
Okay, hang on. You want the champion of whatever Athena is.
My twin sibling is the specific wording. And it's why I became Mogus's champion, is because she chose the sibling.
Okay.
And he's like, nah.
That is in my DM notes. That will be added. Alright. I hope we need to get, I'm gonna post this right now to the guys so that they can see it. And you might want to post it in the associated channel as well. And Cody is asking a question. How many spells can I use for each level? What? All right, here we go. So, wait, tell me your backstory other than that. Is there anything else?
I haven't chose my backstory yet. But I'm probably just gonna do like soldier or something as my background. I'm just like a fucking lieutenant in like a fucking army.
Okay.
That has been discharged due to my brutality. Because, I'm an asshole.
Yeah,
Like,
we can work on that.
like,
Whatever. So
like,
what pages is wait, he has no idea what you're talking about. We should have made this with his character. Tell him, message him and be like, "See, this is why you should have made your character with us last night." What pages is all this found on in the book so we can reference everybody to know what we're talking about? It is on page 38. All right. I think this is a good place to wrap it up. Wade, you got anything else you want to add? Tychus, anybody?
nah.
All right. Well, this is episode 6. Could be 7. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll
I was
figure
here.
out when we're over. Tychus was here. He's probably playing WoW. He's going to be the ruling intervention when Wade and I argue sometimes. So, but that's all fun and games. So, make sure to go check out all of our media on all platforms for the most part. Check out
Subreddit
Spotify. Yeah, subreddit.
/
Check that out
CW Craft.
at
CW
CW.
Craft.
Yep, CW Craft. It's all one word.
And the top linked post is our Discord.
So check that out. Ask us questions. Make sure you keep liking and subscribing. We appreciate that. But I think that's it. I think next time we probably be talking about how this all goes. We might even be diving into something a little bit different.
We'll probably be talking about what is actually in Tasha's.
Yeah, that'll be coming out too. What, in 4 days?
Actually, no, that'll be 2 weeks.
Is it the 23rd?
No, 23rd is Shadowlands.
What's the 13th?
17th is Tasha's.
Oh, so we got a week. We got about a week.
Yeah.
So maybe not the next episode. We'll have to figure that
Sometime
one
next
out.
week, though.
Yeah, maybe the next episode or something. I don't know, but I will say that on the YouTube, for those of you, it's the what is these YouTube? CW Craft, CW Spacecraft. You can check out. I think I'm going to do a YouTube video on like DMing and creating this world. So I think I'm literally going to make just like a quick like 15, 20-minute
Am I
video.
going to be a guest star?
Maybe not. I think
As,
I'm
like the helper on the Greek mythology aspect of your world.
yeah, that I could do. But I think like most of it I don't necessarily want you guys to really watch it until maybe after the campaign cuz some of it and a lot of
I
it'll
just
be
hold it to release till we're like halfway through it.
yeah, some of it'll be yeah.
And let's be real. I don't think anybody's gonna watch it in the group because you just like tell
That's
them.
right. I just
Spoilers.
tell them and then it's right. So, other than that, guys, thanks for making it this long. Hopefully, this helps you get a better feel for maybe DMing or giving your group ideas for the next campaign or something. But no, check out the other episodes as well. We're kind of getting a little bit of steam here. Thanks for all the new listeners. Every time I check now, every day, it seems like there's a little bit more. So, really appreciate that. But until next time, guys, keep gaming. Have a great one.
See ya.
Nice.